How much do you think your customers rely on those catalogues?
There has been a shift, and I would think sometimes for us, I do wonder how like the visual on our online catalogue, but it's funny actually, I haven't told you guys this morning, is we got a phone call from one of our stores. Our online catalogue wasn't uploaded yesterday. And I got a call this morning from one of our store managers, and she's like, I have just been ripped shreds off from a customer because they can't get onto our online catalogue.
Okay.
And she's like, he's not impressed. And I was like, oh, well, it's good to know.
First time in 3 years.
Yeah, I was like, good to know that
You've got
people
that
are
one
like
customer
waiting
that
for it.
yeah.
Correct, yeah.
But now I've sort of accepted that you'll never fully step back. You always sort of.
I would be happy to have less input if I didn't see issues.
Yeah.
Yeah? I would be more than happy.
Growing
But when I
pains.
see that...
Growing pains. Growing
Yeah,
pains.
but then don't grow so fast.
I think being open to other ideas and not being closed off, being willing to learn and
Can we
grow
just get a clip on that
continually.
recording part? Sorry.
Play
Make
it
sure
back.
that lands in
that
there.
segment. Yeah.
Yeah, half the time we're like, sometimes we want to kill each other, sometimes we just want to hug each other.
Yeah, I
and
think
it's all
we're
gonna be
at the
okay.
killing stage still, so we
Yeah.
haven't quite got that.
Oh,
That's probably more killing.
Yeah, it peaks and troughs.
Sometimes, so now you're putting down
You're
genitals.
putting down gentlemen.
Am I putting
Well, you
gentlemen
like
down?
No,
things
you just put them down.
You
No,
raise it up.
you're talking about
Hey,
That's your brother.
That's your son. That's your son.
Twist my words, man.
Marie, what are you doing? How are you raising him?
Welcome back to the CX show. As always, I'm joined here by two co-hosts, Dad.
Ni hao for our Mandarin people.
Alex.
Hang on, is ni hao mean?
And we have three special guests here from the Country Grocers, Ash, Ben, and Allister. Thank you for joining us today. Very excited to get into this. And yeah, let's get into it. 2018, 5 stores.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
2019 we had 5. Yeah.
2019, you had
like
5
we
stores.
bought the next one,
Right. And who's you're Ben? You're at No, you're
I was at-
Avoca.
I was at Avoca, he was at Smiledale, Ben
Yeah.
was out at Skipton and floating around doing a lot of liquor stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Who was watching Balan?
This
Ash.
guy.
Ah, there you go. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So Ash had moved up from deli,
Started in the deli.
started in the deli, then went to the front end, then was the assistant manager. Oh no, online. You looked after online.
Yeah, we
bought-
did. We
That-
created the online store actually. Yeah.
That was
That's
the
my
first
baby.
big project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It did very well in the beginning. COVID hit, did even better.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coles
Okay.
and Woolies have that game. You can't.
You can't
People
put-
like yeah.
You
People
can't
like,
put enough time and effort
Correct,
into it.
exactly. Like once you start that truck up, and I probably don't have to preach it sometimes, that you've already lost money. So
Yeah.
it's not. And for click and collect for us, that's a big thing for everyone else. Click and collect is for something where you're going to a shopping centre, right? And you don't want to tackle the parking. You don't want to go all the way in. It's hustle and bustle. It's not like that in our stores. You're going to get a car park. You're going to want to go in there and you see the people. It's different. So
okay.
we still offer it to the locals and the elderly in town and stuff like that, and those that know, but it's not a very
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
With the numbers of running an online store that we've crunched in the background, if Coles and Woolies aren't losing money hand over fist on that service, I'd be surprised.
Do they charge differently for, like, let's say I want to put an order in.
Yeah.
No, not click and collect. No, to get it delivered to my home.
It'd be a delivery service.
Delivery fee.
Is there a delivery fee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how has to
yeah.
Oh, it depends on how you do it.
I don't know. If you spend $50 or $100, they might waive a fee.
Oh.
Mm.
I don't know.
There'd definitely be
Yeah,
things
well,
like
there's
that. They
those
could have been
waivers
somewhere.
still. It was like $200. I think what we
I think
originally looked at was
250 was
two,
the free limit,
250,
whereas
yeah.
ours was 150 or something like that.
Yeah.
Ours was pretty affordable. I think it was
Yeah.
$50 to $100 spend was $10.
Okay.
100 to 150 was a $5 fee, and we're talking like 30, 40 Ks out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then anything above $150 was free. But I think we just went so big, so quick, and we wanted to impress everyone and cater to the entire broader community. It just wasn't feasible for us.
And the other side of that is like we're really zoned. There's
Yeah.
small little pockets of town
Mm.
that might have 1,500 people, 1,800 people.
Yeah.
But then the next town over, because there's nothing between you and Ballarat, or there's nothing between you and Geelong, and there's nothing because the population doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So you've got a fairly big area you've got to try and cover
Yeah.
to do that, and
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an
Can-
extra,
No, we get it.
It's an extra $10
$10 for what?
delivery
They
Yeah, but
charge
if-
$10.
on top of, depends on your location.
Okay. So
and that depends if you want to
First-
take
first
custom
order
time.
over-
you've got to
Yeah.
factor it in because
First order online.
my daughter.
over $100 is free first time.
Okay. Because I know my
first time.
wife
That's first
ordered
time.
something
That's
from.
only first time.
I think she ordered something from Woolies, right?
No,
Online.
Coles
shop.
the other day.
It was Woolies.
No, actually, hang on. You made this mistake
How did I make a mistake?
because she told me to fix it, and I said, "How did you do this?" She goes, "It was Dad."
She blamed me.
Your beautiful wife, my beautiful mother blamed you.
No.
I'm in her corner.
No.
Because there's about 22-litre bottles of Pepsi, not Pepsi.
Yeah, you said Mum made the mistake.
She did. She ordered it. Right? She ordered it.
Mum,
Mum.
Dad's doing it again.
No, we sold that at last family dinner. You see how she said I'd said
Ah,
something and I didn't?
but
See how I was right?
she's-
Anyway. So you got to then factor in the delivery price on top of that. Yeah, because she did order Pepsi Max because she said, I can't go down to the shops because my daughter had an operation on her foot, so she's got to stay home, look after her. And she goes, I'm just going to try it. And she put it in, and it was like a ridiculously quick turnaround.
They give you a couple of windows. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
order
can
AM or
pick it.
PM?
Yeah, it was 2 hours, Jack.
Yeah, I think you can pick it up with within an hour or something because they can Uber it to you as well.
And the time zones that they offer, like we can't be doing 4 to 6 a.m. or 6 to 8 p.m. drop-offs either.
No.
Safety of our
But I
staff.
said to her, but
That's
hang
because our
on,
local
is
store
the
does
price?
it.
What's the price? How much is it? And she had a look, and she goes, it's cheaper than Coles. I said,
No, cheaper than Woolies. It was Coles.
no. It
doesn't matter about
she,
what it
she
is.
ordered
It's
Coles originally, and then I said check
Woolies?
Woolies,
Oh.
and I said because when they do the half price specials at the end of the thing, I said, do they offer those half price? I was just curious. And then she goes, they've got Pepsi Max on special, and it's like, and she goes, I said, shit, that's actually a good price. It ended up, and I said, okay, get some, but she could only order a certain amount. She couldn't order.
Yeah, there are limits on how
Well, to be
much you
fair,
can
your
order.
normal order is not a normal amount.
Okay, so when I go, I'll go to a store, the Richies or whatever, because they price match, and I'll say, give me 5 or 6 boxes, and they'll put it in a trolley, take it home, so I don't have to keep going down there all the time. And I said to my wife, just order a few boxes. And she goes, the most you can get was, I think,
12.
yeah, it was just something.
I know that because that's
something
what's
small.
in the pantry right now.
Yeah.
Something small. Yeah, I'm not touching that Pepsi.
There you
It's
go.
only Pepsi Max. Yeah. Anyway, I was just curious to see how, how they could offer that no charge, half price, no charge, but they don't. They obviously.
Yeah, they build it in. They build it in somewhere.
You'd love to see the
It's the
numbers.
weird bit. I
on
mean, you guys would have a much better idea than I would on what it cost you if you had a driver delivering from 4 in the morning to 8 at night, as well as those sorts of drops, running the truck, paying wages for a full year.
If you're paying
as well
the
as
right
having-
wages, yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well,
As
our
well.
award is after 6 o'clock. We've got to pay a higher rate after
Yep.
6 o'clock at night,
And anything before 7 a.m.
and everything before 7 a.m. So, your award rate, our award changes
Yep.
after 6 o'clock and before 7 o'clock. So, if you're not running between 7 and 6,
Yep.
out of that you've got to pay an extra fee for just to have the person working for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
If it's one truck running, all that doesn't include also the website infrastructure and everything
Yeah.
else that's got to go in place and
Yeah.
all those sorts of things. And you sort of sit there and go, wait, hold on. How are they doing this? Because
Yeah.
the model beforehand is we just put it on shelf, customer walked in, customer grabbed it.
Yeah.
We're now
Yes.
taking it back off shelf and all that extra manual handling.
Yeah, and that's the part that I just can't
Well,
get my
they
head
gotta
around.
pick it.
I can't get my head around
They
it.
got to pay for their electronic thing to go and pick it, their device there.
Yeah.
There's a lot
I
of
can't
costs
get my head
associated
around
with it,
how
yeah.
they can offer that service,
Mm.
and like you said, not be losing.
And still
Especially
making
at the scale they're
record
doing it at
profits.
Yeah.
And yeah, and if you've got a house next door to each other, all down there, okay, kind of then starts to make a bit of sense, but that's not.
Yeah, it's not the case.
You're not delivering at every house in that street.
He might want it at 10 o'clock, he might want it at 12, and they're next door.
Yeah, and then you're going back.
Yep.
It's probably like for you guys. I think we've had the discussion about how many times you open your doors.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's-
actually, come to think about it, it might be a good thing that they offer that service because they're spending more money, so they have to then put everything else up. So help you guys.
that's right.
So 2019,
At least the next 3 are in one hit.
You got
One
five- the next
story.
5 stores.
5 stores. Yeah.
What was 2019?
You got five stores.
Oh, yeah,
right.
right,
Yeah. You got 5 stores, right? You're all at one. And then when do you decide to expand again?
Well, we bought the next. We're always looking for something, but it's just like when the next thing comes up and if it's right.
Yeah.
We had a look at a couple others between the 5 that we bought and the next 3 because we only bought the last 3 last year.
Yeah.
But that was probably about an 18-month 2-year process of talking to them and getting the price and where we want it to be, and the due diligence process of looking at the store and going, I think that's what we're going to do.
And you approach them, or they put it up, or how? For me, it's how does it start? How do you even start? Talking, or do you just see them at expos or other functions, and you just start talking? I'm sure you guys.
I think you caught a broker's clip, didn't you? It was
like most good things, you hear a rumor on the grapevine.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
You don't know whether to believe it or not, and then you wait till there's kind of a bit more of an official announcement.
Yeah. Okay.
Because these people we didn't really know all that well beforehand.
So AUR advocated in the middle a bit, didn't they?
A little bit.
Yeah.
No different to us, Jack, when we hear other transport companies, smaller ones, and we think, okay, you know what, that might be good to acquire them.
Yeah.
We've never acquired anybody.
But
we nearly did. They lied. They lied on their. They lied on their figures. I'm like, hang on, what the hell?
Yeah. No, we were looking at a cold storage place actually in Sydney, and we went through our due diligence and numbers.
No, I was talking about the other one.
Yeah, well, that just not what they wanted.
Yeah,
the numbers were the numbers, and that was that. So
that site,
which
Sydney,
is disappointing because that would have been
really good for us.
Yeah,
it would have been good for us, but
it was too much risk, I think, on the table.
Yeah, because they leased the site.
Yeah,
and I'm really nervous about entering a site that I have to pay. I've got a landlord. I'm just really nervous because you're at their mercy at the end of the day. So I said, okay, first of all we have to be assured of a 15 or 20 year lease.
Yeah.
Well,
otherwise, that's like number one, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I think they said they had.
It was like 3 years left.
Yeah, about another 3 years.
Yeah.
And that rent would have.
And I've been burnt. Because remember, I had that shop back in the 80s. When I extended it, it was just doing so well. I thought, I'd just do another one. All right, I'll just do another one. Because I used to call it Produce Plus, because it was started off with a fruit shop.
That's a good name.
Yeah. I thought Produce Plus.
Yeah.
So I thought, all right, let's do another one. So I thought, because I started off with the fruit shop, then I brought in organics, then I brought in health foods, and then just groceries. Your milk and your bread and all the things. And so then I was in South Caulfield, and a shop came up in Hoppers Crossing, right? And it was in a little complex, and I'd never dealt with anything. And I remember, come out of school not really knowing anything, and the owner was selling, and he'd been there for 20 years or something. And he was taking the takings weren't fantastic. And I thought, no, if I bring all my other stuff in there, no problem. I said, and the lease, and he goes, yeah, there's another 6 months on the lease. But I think it was the ANZ Bank owned it or something like that. I thought, oh yeah, banks, that's fine. There's no harm. So I went in, and then I started putting out papers, because I used to sell papers, and then the centre management came in and said, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean? He goes, you can't sell papers. I said, why not? He goes, because there's a news agency across the road. I said, so what? He goes, oh, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I had vitamins in the shop. You can't sell vitamins. I said, why not? You got the chemist there. I said, what are you talking about? Anyway, 6 months went past, and mind you, in 1 month, I doubled his takings in 1 month without these things, all right? And I thought, it's going to go really well. And because the owner who I bought her off, he stayed for a month, and he goes, oh, if I knew you could do this, I would have probably stayed, because all I did was just improve the produce section of it.
Buy better, yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, then I get a letter 5 months down the track saying, yep, your rent has now basically gone up 100%, right? And I said, whoa, what? And they said, oh yeah, the ANZ sold it. The new business, the new owners have had a look, and they now want you to pay
double the rent.
What was the rent?
$20.
Staying off
it
right.
wasn't
Half a
that
pack of
bad.
Nelsons.
It wasn't that bad, but I just said, if I can't do this and I can't do that, and you're going to tell me, no. I said, no, I'm not accepting the rent. I said, oh, well, then you got to leave. I said, done.
See ya.
They said, you won't leave. I said, yeah, I will.
Watch me.
So I just closed the door and walked out.
Yeah.
Did you take the Nelsons?
They're still sitting in there somewhere.
1.9 cartons.
I should have put a special on Nelson. So I thought after that, because when I went to get the second site, I remember my dad was saying, don't do it, don't, just stay, the one is good enough, you're making a good living. I said, yeah, but you want that little bit more, and if I can do, because I had in my mind to do like a 7-Eleven type thing, I could just open, if you've got the model right, then you just clone that model and put it different places. And I had, and you got to have the right staff, right? Because after 1 month, I doubled takings, right? And then a mate of mine who was running the produce section at Woolies, right? His name was Shane, right? And I said, Shane, how would you like to run Hoppers Crossing for me? He goes, yeah, no problem. So he went down there and I went to check on him one morning and I just, that's right, because the sales had doubled in a month. Then after 2 weeks, I could see him coming down, all right? I thought, what the hell's going on? So I went down there just in the middle of the day and I saw him, he was there cleaning lettuce, right, in the middle of the shop. He had a smoke, he was smoking, all right? And the ash was going on the lettuce and he's just going like that. I'm thinking, Shane, what?
But he wouldn't have been able to do that in Woolworths, though.
No, this
So
is
why
in
would-
my...
so why would he do that?
Well, he was.
Yeah, okay.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
He was doing it. I said, mate, what are you doing? He goes, what? I said, you can't smoke and... What are you doing? Look at the ashes going everywhere.
The things you could do in the 80s, though.
It's all right, it's all right.
$2 cigarettes, smoking over the lettuce.
So anyway, I thought, you know what? Staff, being told what to do, no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
So I just stuck to my one shop then, and then sold that and got into transport. But it was. So my hat's off to you guys to, replicate what you've got. You've got a good formula.
Yeah.
But it's not just getting that formula and putting it there.
Yeah.
You've got to have the right system. You've got to have the right people.
Yeah, you do.
The
100%.
people will make or break it.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't matter how good your
it
story
looks like
is.
you guys have like quite a bit of family involved, obviously, in the business.
Are we still 2019?
How do you is it hard to separate work and family when you guys are working together?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you go through, how do you battle through that?
Well, Ash gets to watch it from the outside, so she's probably got the best point of view from...
I don't think I do watch it from the outside though. I'm so immersed
Yeah.
in it, like right in the center of it.
Yeah.
It's you can't. It's common ground. I think I said this to you guys when we met last time. It's the common theme between everybody.
Yeah.
It's all you know. It's all you talk about. It's not just a clock in, clock out job. It's your business. You want this to thrive and survive. So you're going to have that passion. You're going to have those opinions. You're going to come home and you're going to go, oh, this happened or this happened.
Yeah.
But I think you really just need to be clear. My husband now works in the business as well. And my mum does, my brother does, my husband does, my brother-in-law. Yeah.
Oh.
So my brother-in-law is part of one of our suppliers. My husband's cousin is one of our fridges up at our North stores. Like there's so much to it, but you've got to be very clear in the fact that you go, I'm just venting right now, or I just need to say this out loud.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do anything about it. I don't want to fix it.
It's almost like you need a safe word when you're about to talk work, when you're not at work. It's like...
Don't react to this. And that's the thing now where like my husband will go, oh, this happened, and I'll go to go rah and get right on it. Yeah. Or I'll say something and he'll go, it's a thing. He goes, Ash, that was just pillow talk. Like that's the thing now.
Have you ever said, right, we're not going to talk about work tonight?
A lot.
Yeah. And you always end up talking about work?
We're getting better.
We do. Like we have family dinner every Tuesday night, and a couple of times we've said, no talk about work. And it's like,
Crickets, right?
Crickets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What else?
so what happened today?
But your whole life, like
your whole life,
your
is
whole
there.
life is
I know.
immersed in being in the business. So, and we're working. Well, being on stores, it's pretty much a 24/7 job.
Yeah.
Between if it's a security call out, a fridge broken down, something's happened in the middle of the night. You've been broken into. You've had, your front door smashed in. Like, it's at 2:00 in the morning. You could get a call and you're walking into a shop that's wide open to the public because the front door's been broken. You're like, well, I've got to ring someone else to come give me a hand to help fix something. Like, it's you never actually get a chance to clock off.
No, and like our North stores, like we live together when we go to our North stores. So we have a property out there that we all stay in together. So, we'll go to work all day and there's 3 stores out there. That's the short answer to the last 3.
That's 2020.
They came on board last year. But when we go stay out there at the property, like we're cooking dinner and stuff, but you're still talking about work. We've all been in the shops all day, but we don't actually get that safe space either together just to chat with us because you're in store. So you're in front of staff. You can't say what you're thinking all the time or, we'll deal with this later or someone's gone, Al or Ben have done this. And in my head, I'll go, I'm sure they had a reason for
Everyone's got their thing that they do at work.
Yeah, exactly. You come home and I'll go, why did you do this for?
But it's not even that. Like, even just trying to have a general chat. Look, because it is just basically a big family unit. You sort of sit there and go, well, when do you actually get time to actually just talk nonsense?
Yeah.
Well, me all the time, but with all that sort of stuff. And
you got to remember to be those people as well. It's more than not talking shop. It's more remembering that we like each other. Like there's a reason we chose to all be in this together and we spend so much time together.
Yeah, when we have like a board meeting or something, we'll get together for a meeting to discuss.
So 1 o'clock
we'll have an agenda for a list of points and, the meeting can go for 4.5 hours because by the time you try to get through the first couple of points, you've already spoken about Top Gear and some other TV show.
Why don't we do this all the time?
What's this guy? And then we actually like hanging out with each other. But half the time we're like, sometimes we want to kill each other. Sometimes we just want to hug each other.
Yeah, I think we're at the killing stage still, so we haven't quite got that.
It's probably more killing.
Yeah, it peaks and troughs, but you're still trying to. The greater good is you're all working for each other.
Yeah.
I'm
about to throw you lads under the bus. It used to be worse before all the grandkids arrived for Dad and all that sort of stuff because we'd turn up and it'd just be literally work talk. Now the grandkids are around. So, the kids have done this and the kids have done that. Yeah. Sorry, boys.
No. Well, I can relate because Jack's, I'm a granddad of 3.
And Jack keeps having kids.
3.5 or 3.4 at the moment. And they sort of like take over. When they come over, it's more,
It's probably a bit of an icebreaker that the family needs in the business, though. It's like to not have to talk about business for something. Like you come around and everyone can be preoccupied looking after the kids.
And it's really hard to get angry at him when he's
got
when I'm his daughter. I can't really show that I'm angry at him.
He's such a jerk, but your daughter's really
No, it is difficult to switch off sometimes. I know, like last Tuesday we had it. My sister's like, "Nah, we're not talking about it." But then I'll raise it with Dad because it's.
Well, we're there. We're there, and it's got to be discussed.
Yeah. Carlton's shit right now, so we can't talk about footy.
Hey, don't get rid of those negative vibes.
There's not much else really to talk about.
Bossy, sort out the third quarter. And we'll be there in September. Just sort out the third quarter, mate.
What was last week? 12 unanswered goals?
Okay.
That was a thought I wanted to
okay. It was just one of those glitches. But they've learnt from that. They've learned.
Just don't talk about the wall.
We'll get breakfast this morning. I can't remember what we went through. One of the regional towns. And we're getting breakfast, and then because Dad rang me this morning. He says, which customers go for Carlton? Who you want to invite? Blah blah blah. Because we got some tickets. And then me and Alex were just sitting there eating, and we see this old bloke coming up. He's wearing a Carlton hat. I'm like, there's one guy there. I said, what did I say to him?
You were there.
I said, how do you think we're going to go tonight? And he goes, next year. I said, bro, we're one game in.
He goes, I've been saying it for the last 12 years. He goes, what's the point of thinking any different? It's just next year's our year, guys.
Yeah. And this guy's like 85, and he's like, next year.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So that's how
the older ones should know more. We
been defeated for a while.
Yeah.
Is Carlton the new Melbourne?
I hope not.
But yeah, it's yeah. So
you guys follow
Can you go back to 2020?
Yeah.
What's happening in
2025.
yeah.
I don't brag about my football club.
you go
It's
for?
not Carlton, but it's Essendon. Yeah, it's a soft spot.
Yeah.
In the trenches as well.
That's going to be a good game.
So 25, you've got 8 stores now,
Yeah.
right? So which 3 stores did you bring on?
Mount Beauty, Yakandanda, and Falls Creek.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So we bought one, all 3 in one transaction, which after we bought 2 in one transaction with Skipton and Smilesdale, we swore we'd never do again. We're like, we're never buying 2 again. This is ridiculous. It's so much hard work.
That was the thing, never buy 2 again.
And then, when we bought 3 all in one transaction, we're like,
How
I
did that
can't
go?
believe we bought 3 in one transaction. We said we're never going to do 2 again. Well, we never actually bought 2 again. We bought 3.
There you go. So
So you
how'd
stuck
that,
to your word.
Yeah.
how'd that transition go? Like the staff up there stayed on. Like I'm sure they got store managers. They all stayed on.
So
right?
they were really well run, successful businesses.
Okay,
we
cool.
Probably it was a different model than what we normally would do. We would normally buy something that was sort of run down
Yeah.
and needing a change for us to come into and change.
Yeah.
Those stores were well established. They had a good brand around town, and so for us to come in, it was sort of more about enhancing what we can offer the town.
Is it easy to get, like, let's say a couple of key people decide to leave? Is it easy to replace?
No.
So
Depending on
does
where
that
you are.
factor in, like, do you ever get concerned?
Well, normally, in the past when we buy the poorer busineses that we normally go we normally factor in the fact that we're going to lose half the staff in the first 12 months.
Right. Okay.
So if not more, and normally that's a pretty common pattern. We'll go in and we'll start. The loads become bigger. People aren't they're accountable to having to do more.
Yeah.
They're not standing around all day. So
Stop
they're
having a
busier.
2.5 hour break.
It's just that the few things that you come in and you have to start turning over, because you go from doing a pallet a week of stock to 6 pallets a week of stock. Naturally
It's a big adjustment.
It's a big adjustment.
You're not used to it.
The loads used to take 2.5 hours, and now they're taking 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you're trying to do twice as much work in half the amount of time. And that's probably the biggest thing. Taking over these stores, it was more about trying to keep the staff on. We don't want to lose half the turnover of staff, because we actually need them. And especially a couple of the stores are quite big and got a few staff. You don't want to lose half that staff, and then not a massive pool of people to be able to employ back in again. You don't want to be bringing more people from everywhere else. And the biggest probably thing for a lot of people in the towns is they get scared that we're just going to come in, or the new owners are going to come in and everyone's going to lose their job, which is mad, because
that is crazy.
Because why would we come in and sack everyone if we can't?
What are we going to do?
We're just going to rehire all these new people. We can't do the whole thing ourselves. We're not here to do that. We're here to elevate the business and hopefully do something better and create something better for everyone, so that obviously we can make a bit of money in the back end, but obviously you can't do that without having a good offer for the town to have. So you need to get that community support behind you to be able to offer it.
And our people are everything in all of our stores. They are everything and everything that we do. So having that opportunity to go up there and just grow that Country Grocers family was really exciting to us. We'd met a couple of our staff, we'd met at a conference for the first time, and at conference you have a couple of drinks and you're like, hey, how you going? Trying to play it cool a bit, but you're like, I'm really excited to get to know you and all the staff that come with, and your families and your lives and your stories. We want that. It was
especially
really
when they
exciting.
only got told about half an hour before meeting us that the old owners were selling the business. So we walked into the airport, and the old owner, he said, I've only just told them, so they're a little bit raw. Okay, thanks.
It's a great 24 hours.
We were just about to be locked on a plane and flying to Adelaide for a conference and be with them for the next 3-4 days. And so we got to sort of know the management team pretty quickly. But it was a whirlwind.
What was your introductory line, Ash?
It's illegal if you go to the airport and you don't have a drink, I think. And it doesn't matter what time of the day that is.
If you don't, they decrease the legroom, pretty sure.
Which is all right for some, but not for others.
So it was an early flight.
I've never had to worry about legroom.
And I suggested having a drink.
Espresso martini. At
I needed a coffee, man.
6 o'clock espresso martini.
Yeah, I
just
think
to
one of our
kick it
store
off.
managers come up and he goes, "Oh, we were a bit nervous," and then Ash was like suggesting 9 a.m. espresso martinis, and we knew we were going to be just fine. So we found our people.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's that's good.
So that's how we ended up with 8 stores in 2025.
There you go.
3 that are 5 hours away from home.
Yeah, 3 that 5 hours away from home. So
And why the AUR banner versus like IGA?
Ooh.
This is not recorded, so if you don't want to say something, no, I'm saying it's like
It is recorded.
No,
but
it's
like,
online,
we
is what
we
he's
said it so
saying.
you can cut it out. But I'm just
Yeah.
curious whether we air it or not. I'm just
I think
curious.
Pat Lamana said it best when he came to visit you guys.
Yeah.
I think they had tried the Metcash
That's what he
model.
told me,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And AUR have this network that brings a family with it, and
yeah, it's the contract stores that contract unbannered stores, which is what we are.
Yeah.
With AUR, that model's pretty good. Sort of gives us that flexibility, but you've got the backing of a Foodworks catalogue.
Yeah.
But people don't know you Foodworks, so
Yeah, that's right.
and it's really hard. Like we
Do
still
you
get,
want to be known as Foodworks?
where Foodworks,
There's 3 stores up there. They are.
in the north. The 3 stores are still Foodworks.
Okay.
We haven't actually changed branding up there, so we're sort of running a little bit of a hybrid model kind of thing with it. Country Grocers and Foodworks. Like we walk in our Country Grocers uniform, and but we haven't got anything to sort of differentiate up there yet.
Yeah.
But
Will you change it over?
I'm not sure. Well, you know what? I probably would. It's not about the Foodworks logo or anything else like that. It's like, okay, when we made the transition from the big red oval, and for those that are not paying attention, that's IGA.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard that.
We all lost a lot of sleep because we were very worried about the marketing power of that big red oval. And the signs came down, we opened up the doors, and the sky didn't fall, and nothing changed.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
Is that because you already had the client, like the
Yeah,
customers
yeah,
that
yeah.
regularly shop there anyway? Like,
yeah, and we still get called IGA now. Like there's still
well, yeah, I've
Like-
delivered to you guys, but I was like, Jack, this is an IGA when I delivered to it. He goes, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I got asked 3 months ago, and we've been not IGA for about 3 years.
yeah.
I got asked 3 months ago, "Oh, are you guys not IGA anymore?" Like, it was an actual realization. It's like, we've been IGA for 3 years.
Yeah.
Wait, what? And it's like, yeah, it had almost, I would say, zero impact to our business.
So bottom line, better or worse, in your opinion?
Neutral.
It's about the same? That makes no difference?
there's pros and cons.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to it. It's probably the pricing a little bit more in hosting and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's niggly stuff here and
Yeah.
there, but, rebates are better and this, that. So that's why I say when it all comes out the wash on the other side.
So catalogue wise, you've got AUR does their own catalogue.
Yeah.
Metcash do their catalogue.
Yeah.
How much do you think your customers rely on those catalogues? Are they still relying? Like,
It's
is
funny.
Is it still a thing?
It's funny because when we went from IGA to AUR, it was really at that time when they were sort of going to digital catalogues more than the paper catalogues.
Okay.
So when we sort of took over, we really wanted to have that paper catalogue still at the start, and we pushed to have that paper catalogue, and we had it, I think, for about 3 months. I think it was, and just to sort of ease everyone into going to digital catalogue, we sort of said, this is moving us into being able to have a digital catalogue. It's here for a while. Here's the QR code you can scan so you can see the catalogue. And then eventually it'd come to a day where the catalogue sort of just stopped getting put out into the market.
Yeah.
So they don't put out paper catalogues anymore?
no one does.
Metcash?
No.
Metcash doesn't?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought they...
Everything's online.
Everything's online.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I can't remember the last time I went to my letterbox and got them and put them straight in the bin.
Yeah.
Actually, I was
That's what I
Exactly.
used to do.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
And which is all our money going straight into the bin because it was like, we'd pay for a
Paying for the
catalogue.
catalogue.
That's right.
And then we'd also pay for catalogue distributions and they never even get to the place where they were supposed to be. Like, depends who the postie was and if they could be bothered.
Okay. But now it's digital. Everyone has access to it.
Yeah.
So do you find that the catalogues work?
There has been a shift. We used to sit around that 45 mark to 55%. So 45 being specials shops and then 55 the other way around. Now we're probably sitting at 50-50
I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
percentage of sales. So who's buying a promotion to who's not, something without
Oh,
a ticket.
okay.
So they're shopping the catalogue.
Okay, yep.
And
yep,
I
yep,
would
yep.
think sometimes for us, I do wonder how like the visual on our online catalogue, but it's funny actually having told you guys this morning, is we got a phone call from one of our stores. Our online catalogue wasn't uploaded yesterday. So I was like, oh, it'll be fine for a day or so. No one's going to notice. There was a glitch from a third party, and I'm like, that's fine. And I got a call this morning from one of our store managers, and she's like, I have just been ripped shreds off from a customer because they can't get onto our online catalogue.
Okay.
And she's like, he's not impressed. And I was like, oh, well, it's good to
First
know.
time in 3 years.
Yeah, I was like, good to know that
You've got
people
that
are
one
like
customer
waiting
that reads
for
it,
it.
yeah.
Correct?
Right.
Yeah. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Because that was a daily occurrence of paper catalogues.
Right. Okay. So now that okay.
But when you got things that are on catalog,
Sorry, before I forget. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if I come to shop in your store and I only shop specials, would I be classified as
Catalog.
the catalogue guy?
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't look at the
That's
catalogue.
right. And I was about to say that. Yeah.
You're still a catalogue
Is that what you were
shopper.
going to say?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's that.
Yeah.
I'm just buying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's back to the tickets on shelf. That's what you're
Yeah,
looking for. Yeah. Which
correct.
is what's in the catalogue.
Price per
Oh,
But,
okay.
but
So
why can't
catalogue
you
is
put your own
only
tickets
the-
on?
No. There's other promotions.
Like
Okay.
you have to pay for the privilege of being in the catalogue, yeah?
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
do
yes,
your,
a supplier
is it you
would,
or
yeah.
the
the
suppliers?
suppliers
The
pay.
supplier would,
Suppliers do,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Okay. In turn, you guys, it'll be there somewhere, but okay.
We just get the deal.
Okay.
Well, we pay for the
Yeah.
creation of the catalogue, so to speak, and then
Yeah.
the supplier.
Is it
Pays for the
worth it for
positioning.
suppliers paying to be in the catalog?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, here's a question. Let's say you've got this product here, yeah? And in catalogue, it's going to cost you, say, $1 to purchase this product. Out of catalogue, if you don't have those expenses, it's going to cost you 80 cents. What would you rather do? Get the 80 cents or the $1 in catalogue?
So if I'm a customer, or I'm
You're the store.
You're the
The
store.
store, yeah.
Store owner.
You're the store owner.
yeah,
Would you rather pay 80 cents and not be in the catalogue or pay $1 and be in the catalogue?
I'd take the 80 cents because we can invest that into price. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's,
That was my point.
location. Yeah.
That was my point.
Yeah.
So,
Does the catalog
so
outweigh
the fact that your customer, the people that you buy off, the fact that they're actually paying like hundreds of thousands in some
Yeah.
cases, right, to get this product in there, why don't you just discount that product and give it to you, and you can compete? Like you're getting the
too much
product.
logic into
Yeah.
this.
You're getting the product so much cheaper.
Don't be logical,
But
John.
that's
Jeez.
an old school mentality, and studies were done years ago on things like customer conversion rates and money spent on customer conversion for things like advertising and bringing them into store, as opposed to converting the people that are already there and letting word of mouth do its job. And if you're the right price, right product range, and everything else that goes on in store, word of mouth does a much better job than spending thousands upon thousands of dollars a week outputting catalogues will do to draw people in and draw people back in. And you'll get better pick up and return on the customers that are already coming in as well.
I think a lot of it is like it's probably it's like a funnel, really, isn't it? Like if you think of AUR and IGA and even like Woolies and stuff, it's funneling all those suppliers into a catalogue, because you couldn't have, like, if we had every single supplier coming to us to try and give us that best deal, like we wouldn't be able to work. You'd just be too busy, like everyone coming to you. Like you get those big deals that are coming through, AUR and IGA and all that are negotiating that deal on a collective for all their retailers. Yeah. And then obviously then the suppliers are then vying for, are they going to be front page? Are they going to be back page? Are they going to be in the middle of the catalogue? Are they going to have a half page? Are they going to have, a pull-out flyer in the catalogue that's going to be something big and huge? Or like, where does it sit for the supplier? They've probably got to, they're weighing up what sort of presence do we want.
Yeah, do they want the end of the aisle? Where do they want it on the shelf?
And realistically, it's just real estate. It's paying
suppliers
for a
pay
place.
differently based on where you stock the shelves, or is that your decision?
It depends who you are
And how big you are.
Yeah, and how big you are. There's tiers, I think, of what people are paying for and where you sit and how big you are as an organisation to what you can sort of get away with suppliers. It's probably the most point, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, if you listen to the old man talk, Coles and back in the day didn't call themselves retailers; they were real estate agents.
So in space.
Okay. Well, that
All
makes
they
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All they did was sell space for everything.
Because you want that product at eye level.
Well,
Oh,
product at lower level,
No, but
product
even
on
in
the
the
ends,
shelves though, like what are
Sorry?
they called?
or the
just
end,
ends,
yeah.
front
Yeah,
ends,
yeah, that's what
back
Jack was
ends,
talking
front
about.
ends.
He was
Gondola
talking about
ends.
the ends.
Yeah.
You know where you go
where
to
you
get your
fill up your
ones on the
trolley.
ends?
Yeah, my half.
They're
I
paying
got-
for that though.
I-
Supply, like
They pay
suppliers
for that.
paying
No,
for that.
I know they pay for that, but that's what I was saying.
Why do they pay
You know,
for that?
Well, I
Prime.
guess it's
Because
the only
you
thing there.
for
got
that.
to think of it as real estate. It's prime real estate.
There's no competition left or right.
100% of the customer base,
Yeah.
really, if
Yeah,
it's on a
that's
front
right.
end.
It's
You're
before
capturing
you're
every
walking
customer.
down.
It's
Yeah.
supply and demand.
Correct.
That's the thing that the government doesn't understand, supply and demand.
And then
Right?
they say,
With
see
the
a
housing
bloke,
thing,
they say a bloke at the
fix
end of the
frickin'
trolley.
supply.
See a bloke at the end of the end of the aisle with a trolley going like this. I go, that must be a really good deal. Once he's finished, I'm going to try and do that.
Yeah. I mean, which bloke's you talking about? Oh,
That's you.
yeah. Yeah.
The one-man COVID panic buy.
So they,
Well, hang on. Just about that.
We're opening the box.
About that, right?
Yeah.
When I'd go shop, I'd get, because I actually don't like going and shopping, right? But I'd go once every 2-3 weeks, and we'd buy 5 trolley loads full, right? 5 trolley loads full, right?
I had to call Jack. Jack, where are you? I'm at home.
We
I
need
need
the
you to bring.
RAM.
I need you
They
to bring
fit
it
in my
to you.
car, thanks.
No.
Yeah.
I remember we had to wait for Jack. We had to wait for Jack.
Maybe once.
What was this
And I
for?
probably didn't have my
He
car.
overshopped.
Okay, because if you've got a lot
Dad's
of...
overshopped again.
I had friends over. Oh, great. You guys want to help me unload the car?
We got to wheel out the footy team.
Okay, because look, there's 6 of us.
There was-
and
Anyone got a
look,
spare fridge?
we've actually got 3.
We got there.
It's all the Pepsi Max.
That's the only reason I got into refrigerator transport. Can we get the truck out the front? Dad's overshopped again.
But when I had everyone living at home on a Friday night, there could be 20 people at our house,
Yeah.
right? And you got to feed them all.
Yeah.
You got to do it, so
Yeah.
it doesn't last long,
Yeah.
right? So anyway, that I used to always buy,
Bulk.
in bulk. Like
Yeah.
I'll go there and I like to buy things. Might be my OHD or whatever they call it.
OCD.
Right? I'd get layers of boxes, right? And if something's there, I was like, I'll just get the box, because I don't want to pay the 15 cents for the bag, right? So I just get the boxes, right? And I put them in the trolley.
I appreciate that because then we're not putting it through the box crusher or
Yeah,
anything. for that.
yeah.
That's right.
So I fill up. Then when COVID hit, all right, I'm doing the normal shop,
Yeah.
right? I'm doing my normal shop. And I could hear people behind me, how disgusting, how disgraceful. I'm thinking, they're talking about me.
This is just Wednesday.
At times like that, you need
turn
the
around.
shop attendant who normally
I-
sees your shop and going, "Don't worry, this is his normal shop. He's fine. Leave John alone. He's just doing his shopping.
Yeah,
He does this once every 3 weeks."
And,
Oh, John, shopping light.
Yeah. Jeez, you really take it back this week.
and I was feeling guilty as well because I've just got normal stuff, and I had to stick to limits then because they started putting limits on.
that's right.
And I heard this lady behind me saying, like, talking to this guy and said, "Oh, it's disgraceful. These people, panic buying." I turned around and said, "I'm from Cold Express, and we buy this for the, we've got 140 odd employees that, back then." I said, and she goes, "Oh, sorry, I just thought." I said, "Yeah, it's all right." And I'm thinking, shit.
Went straight home.
You went straight home. But you had to come up with a quick story.
I felt guilty. I actually felt guilty
Yeah.
shopping because I was just buying our normal shop.
Yeah.
But when we all were at home, though, we'd have a lot. Like I've had,
Well,
I'd
we
have friends
we'd
over.
be 3 or
My
4 trolleys,
sisters
'cause
would
we
have
all
friends
trolleys.
over. Jack will be there.
He's not wrong.
We actually had the same discussion on Tuesday. Ruben, Ash's husband, he's doing a lot of maintenance stuff for us, and he's gone to. I'm like, we need to fill the generator up at Belan. It's like under 40%. We need to get some diesel into it. So we've got a fuel pod. He's gone to the servo to fill up for diesel, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just freaking out. Everyone's going to be looking at me. I'm filling up a diesel
He's
pod."
telling me to look at Facebook.
He's like, "Can you just see me on the local courier website because I'm the guy that's panic buying all this diesel." I'm like, it's all right, mate. Just tell them that you're filling up a generator for a supermarket in case the power goes out. The essential service can still run. It is fine.
Yeah, that's right.
You are actually doing a job. People can still fill up with diesel.
Yeah, but people make their own.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So he got to the servo. He's filled up, and then the servo run out of diesel. So he'd finished
The
filling the
announcement
pod.
comes over as he's like putting
Hang up.
And all these eyes just change.
And he's just like, oh no. So that he goes to the register, goes to pay, and he's like, yeah, that's me over there with the diesel pod.
6 trailers of diesel.
And he's like, with all the diesel. Yeah, that's me. He's like, he goes, I'm a farmer. He couldn't come up with a story quick enough. He just goes, I'm a farmer. You're safe. Okay, no worries.
Your actual truth was just fine.
Exactly.
That's right.
But I also
That
said to
works.
him, I said, once you fill up the generator, just top the pod back up and park it so that in case in a couple of weeks we do run out of diesel and we're getting light on,
Yeah, that's right.
then we have, we can
Mate,
either fill up a car
I feel his
or...
pain. I feel his pain. Because there would have been nothing wrong with me saying to this lady, I've got a family of 6 and all their friends come over and all that. And this is a normal shop for me, right? This is a normal shop. But
If you just say you've got your family of 12, they wouldn't have known.
no.
Because the other side, you're throwing
No,
parties,
but it doesn't take much.
cheaper by the dozen.
But it doesn't take much because, like, if you've got one trolley that's just got detergent in there and another trolley's just got that, there's 2 trolleys just there.
Yeah.
Right. Another trolley's got Pepsi Max in it. So there's 3 trolleys. There's 3 trolleys.
And he hasn't even hit the produce off.
But I look at it this way. At half price, right? If we go through it and we don't waste it, look at the return I'm getting on that money. Right? So there's no... People say, but we haven't got that to spend all up front. Well, okay, maybe cut back on something that you can do that. And before long, you're actually in the positive.
Yeah, in the black.
Yeah, because you're not going to get 100% return leaving your money in the bank.
Yeah.
It's going to go backwards.
Shopping. Actually, do you guys have any shopping hacks? Any tips?
Shopping hacks. I'm terrible at shopping. Like, I get into
It's
a
probably
supermarket
really-
and I'm like, I don't know where to go.
It's probably really hard for us because we are in a supermarket every day.
We don't shop like a customer.
We're not shopping like a customer because you kind of go, right, we need...
You just go and grab it off the shelf.
Yeah, we go and, you're shopping at a whim and, like, it probably, like, my neighbours and friends and stuff, they're like, there's never anything in your house. Like, the cupboards are always bare. Like, you've got plenty of, like...
Every retailer would say that.
The long life shelf-stable stuff, but...
Okay.
Yeah, as far as everything else goes, like the
Because
kids
if you do a big shop too, if you do a big shop, like that's time that you're on the shop floor, you're trying to get home, but everyone's like, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, this. So you can't, like, time is valuable. You got to get in, you got to get what you got to get, and then you're out.
And like the plumber's roof always leaks at his house. The mechanic's car always breaks down.
Yeah.
Because they don't have time to work on their own things.
Correct.
That's 100% correct.
When we had our shop, I built on top of it.
Yeah.
So for us, it was easy. Like we just walk
go
down,
downstairs.
go downstairs, and we'd go in the deli and just get whatever she wants.
Yeah.
That was the best part. That was good.
Yeah, and it is like we don't live near the stores these days, so like it's a 15-minute drive to our closest store.
Oh, okay.
So you can't just nip over to the store to go and get what you need really quickly. So, but I'm there, most days I'm at a supermarket, whether it be the close one, the far one, like we're near something. So we have an app online that my wife can update the grocery list and then it comes through. So it's a live app that we use that we can do our shopping. So
does she order online for your house?
Sometimes. But it's only recently that there's been times where she's like, I've just done an online order. Be there just going so that we'll get it click and collect.
Yeah.
And it's like what Ash was saying. As soon as you walk out to go and do your shopping, everyone will grab you for something else on your way around. So that quick 10-minute, I just want to get home, turns into an extra half an hour, 40 minutes.
People don't
and then the
realise.
wife's going, you were supposed to be home 30 minutes ago. I'm like, yeah, but I had 20 other problems I had to deal with on my way out while I was getting my shopping.
It's not even the problems, it's the customer chats as well. You run into a customer you haven't seen for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. And that's what separates the family
Yeah.
culture
Yeah.
Correct.
from other places, which you need.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
sometimes I'll be at work, my wife's there, and like we've been at work. I've got my office here, hers across the room, and we just don't even talk to each other sometimes. The whole day goes past, and we don't actually, chat. She'll bring me in a cup of tea or something, and I'll bring her in a coffee or something. But yeah, we just.
There's something going on.
Why are you
here.
laughing there?
Because we Ali's literally like,
Excuse me, I always make mum coffee at home.
yeah, okay.
I always do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I don't
Because your
make-
desk is there to there when you get at home. If
That's
you go
what
up and
he's-
get,
that's what he's talking about.
yeah, I know, but if
I
you go up and
always,
get, if you go
make-
up and make a coffee and make a cup of tea for yourself and you can get mum a coffee, you feel guilty walking a cup of tea past her desk to sit down next to you.
No, I will
At work-
make mum a coffee even if I don't have anything.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Is this
You want to ring her up now?
is this
There's
unasked?
no phone
I'm gonna ring her
friends.
up now.
No,
You
is
can't
this,
phone
Do you want me
friends.
to ring her up?
is this unasked? Like, has she asked?
No.
Oh, there's a hesitation there.
No. I'm going to ring her up. I'm
All
going to
right.
ring her.
Right,
I'm-
bet's on. Who's right? I've got $10 downstairs.
Every time, okay. No, because you said every time. It's
Shush,
recorded.
shush.
Doesn't answer.
She won't answer.
Making herself a coffee.
Well, he's not there to make it.
Yeah. What? I'm busy.
Marie, just having a chat with a few people here. Do I ever make you a coffee without you asking me?
Yes.
Every time?
What do you
Thanks,
mean- what do you
thanks,
mean
Mum.
every time?
Thanks, Mum.
Hang on.
Thanks,
Whoa,
Mum.
whoa, whoa, let her talk. Let her talk.
But you do make me a coffee without me asking, yes.
Thank you very
Even
much.
a blind squirrel finds an acorn. You know what I mean? What do you want me to-
Your dad, Alex, do not knock your dad.
Would I do it like on a regular? How many times a night would I do that, or a day?
That's not every night, but you...
Anyway,
You made your point.
You made your point.
Mum, the point's been made. Love you, Mum.
All right. Bye.
Thanks for proving our point.
She didn't prove your
Thank-
point.
she
mate.
said that.
All right.
People say you can't be everything to everyone. I've heard that, but to me, if you aim for 90% or 95, you'll never get that 100.
Yeah. You just want
You'll
to be
never get
something to someone,
96.
though,
You'll
don't
never
you?
get 97. Aim for 100, and you might get 99. You might even hit 100
Yeah.
sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But if you don't aim for it,
But I mean, we've got much better data these days than you would have had back in 1983.
oh mate, I just
And things like we get really good demographic reports, so we know, well, at least if we adjust this here, we can pitch this area a bit better these days, and all those sorts of things. So you can pull that stuff out and at least try and pitch
There's
it a bit
so
better.
much more data behind being
Retail.
retailers these days, isn't there? Like between demographics and analytics, and like there's just so much that goes on behind the curtains that as a customer you wouldn't even realise. Like how much you're looking at sales trends and all the
yeah.
the
So I
things that we're
didn't have
looking
to
at,
worry
like-
about any of that.
Yeah,
But
like it's huge now of pre-ordering things before 3, 4, 5 months in advance just to
really.
target some things like what Easter, Christmas. It's nearly 9 months in advance that you're ordering your Easter eggs.
Christmas
like,
orders are already out now,
Yeah.
and we're not even through Easter.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, we roll our eyes every year, but it's
It
what we do.
happens,
Yeah,
yeah.
every year it's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I guess we have customers
They got to import.
that
this
that
stuff,
say
yeah.
if our Christmas stock isn't in store by October, right, like the first or second week of November at the latest,
yeah,
don't bother.
yeah,
The stores
Boat, yeah.
that they just
But then
want it in there that early.
yeah. But then, like some of the store, like we don't have a lot of storage space at our stores. Like you get everyone sort of bases on that model. You're getting stuff in October, early November,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't sell until the week or a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the-
That's right.
the half time. It's just sitting around collecting bloody dust for
Yeah.
a couple of months until you can actually get back. Like Easter eggs are the same. You're storing this stuff from mid-January, early Feb,
Just to sell
just
a
to
week
sit
off.
So
in Easter.
on that, if we were Country Grocers' little DC, we could hold it here on site for them,
Who pays for it?
their supplier.
They might as well just hold the stock themselves. It's not
So you're going to invoice.
Dude, I'm trying to get business. What are you doing? You're cutting me
put
down.
logic into it.
You're cutting me down. You're cutting me down. No, I'm just saying.
Get Cadbury pay for it.
Yeah.
Send him a bill.
Oh, yeah.
That'll go down.
Investment in gallons of Coke. So we can
Cash
actually
rings
make
up and
money
goes,
on
why
it.
are we going to bill from Cold Express?
We went. That's where we went the other day.
Different income
we pitched
stream.
we pitched our store portal. We'll probably start talking about the trolleys.
Yeah, the trolleys.
We can start to roll them out.
What did you think about Store Portal, by the way?
Is it up and running or have you issues with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the stores
Have you
got it
used
last
it?
week, so I just got to touch base back with them. So
Okay.
there's a little bit of I had to resend the passwords for them,
Yeah.
but the ones I've spoken to so far are pretty good.
Yeah, okay,
Oh.
cool. That's only going to
The
we're
idea
going
is
to add
great.
more features
Oh,
to that.
fantastic.
Yeah, because even I think the week after we'd had that meeting, I was at Belan and one of the invoice was missing off. Like I think it was attached to the box, but they couldn't find it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you just
log
go
on
into the
the
portal and just get it off. But
Yeah.
the portal hadn't been set up yet.
Yeah.
So
There you
I
go.
kept my mouth shut because nobody knew about it yet. But I was like, clearly nobody knows about the portal. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
no.
it would be easy because you just go and pull all those invoices off and then,
Yeah.
you know, a
But yeah.
nice, easy, clean print.
And there are our invoices too. Actually, we're struggling at the moment. It's happened at a couple of stores. Is the wrong invoices from suppliers have got logged to the wrong stores. So that'll eliminate that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
oh, hang on, that doesn't make sense. That's
Yeah.
not us. I can get rid of that.
Yeah.
Log on and
Is
download
there
our own.
anything that now? I touched on it before. Is there anything that we can, like? Is there a service that you'd like to see a transport company provide that's not getting provided? How can we
Besides cheaper
improve
rates.
besides cheaper rates?
That's pretty
How,
hard.
how
at the
can
moment.
how can we improve your experience? Yeah, I know we've
It's
got
probably
store
like
portal.
realistic,
Well, it's
maybe
just
like the
backdoor stuff.
real time tracking,
I was
like
gonna,
knowing
live
when.
tracking, but it's something that
But we've
companies
got that.
control.
Yeah.
We've got live tracking.
Yeah, we have to.
They had made a good point where maybe an SMS message when they're the next delivery.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
messaged our IT guy
Yeah,
the other day. I sent an email working on some things,
yeah,
and I said, "Is there a potential?" I didn't do next delivery
Yeah.
because drive might get lunch or whatever it is. And
yeah. Or even if it's
when you guys raised that, I spoke to Drew and I said that.
I spoke to Drew about that.
Do you know how many deliveries we do a day?
Yeah, I'm aware.
How many?
Today alone, today was 19,000.
No.
It was? Oh, cartons. My bad. Sorry.
No.
Deliveries?
Okay.
It ranged from 15 to 2.5.
It's like the consignments. There's 5,000, right?
Consignments,
A day. Yeah. But if you're to send an SMS to every thing, like we learnt this pretty quickly through COVID because we started doing home deliveries. It's thousands of dollars that you're going to spend for SMS. They're not free.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
What about push notifications? Like, because I know, like, you know, we have.
That's relying if the store's set up or not.
Well, we
Yeah.
can just do it through it. If we do
No.
it through the store portal,
You do it through the. Okay.
Store
So
portal
Yeah.
push
it
notifications.
gets an alert. Like right now, we get an alert.
I
we-
didn't,
we-
I didn't
we
even
don't-
think about SMS.
we
Right.
don't want to because you don't pay the bills.
You gotta
Ah,
pay
damn
for
right.
it.
This is the bit that always baffles me about this SMS thing, right? It's like SMSing has been free for about 15 years. You
Yeah.
haven't paid per SMS message for.
Remember
at
when it
least
used to be
15
like
20 years.
25 cents a message?
It used to be
insane, right?
50
Seventy
Yeah,
cents.
it went up.
Really?
And then when it went to 20, oh, what bargain!
So
20 cents for an SMS.
So when you sit there and do it, and you look at it and go and do all that sort of stuff, I sit there and I see all these services and go, oh, by the way, we charge you 5 cents a message. It's not. It's the third-party provider.
Yeah.
It's not the text or whatever. It's whoever your software provider is charging you to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone's
it's a
going
bit
to try
like,
and make
it's a
money
bit like
where they
everyone
can.
charging bank fees on all your transactions, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you go to, you buy this product online and then you have to pay a 2.5% surcharge on using your card to. Well, how am I supposed to pay for it if I'm not using my card? Am I going to give you a bank transfer? Like, I need a BSB and account. Like, you're not giving that. So naturally, I've just got to pay that 2.5% because that's what it is.
Just give him
But yet,
an Android phone.
as a supermarket, we can't charge 2.5% on every FPOS transaction that we put through. Like, you know, it's just wild. There's some things that some people get, like some avenues get away. You know, a public holiday surcharge. If we put a public holiday surcharge on, people would be walking out the door.
No, they'd be pitchforks. They'd be walking in the door. But
Yeah,
they'd have
true,
pitchforks
yeah.
in their hands. Yeah.
Yeah, the hay bales be burning behind them.
Yeah.
Dad, you got about 10 minutes left. You got your general topics. You want to fire something? You want to do something?
We already spoke about the rising cost of fuel. How many coffees do you make, Mum?
What's a piece of advice that entrepreneurs hear all the time that's actually wrong?
It'll get easier.
Sorry, what was the question? Oh, just me?
That's everyone, but I was listening to
you-
that, but yeah.
Look at me.
What's a piece of advice that entrepreneurs hear all the time that's actually wrong? You have the same piece of paper in front of you, bro.
I never look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask your question.
What was that?
What's a
Ash
pi-
said
yeah, what'd you say, Ash? Sorry?
It'll get
Get
easier.
yeah.
It'll get
It
easier.
doesn't. You just adjust.
Do you not think it...
You just be,
Would you say
yeah.
the problems don't get harder? Oh, sorry, the problems don't get easier. You just become more equipped to handle the problems the bigger
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
You just, it's pretty much, it is what it
It's
is.
the most intelligent thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
Where's your phone? Did you look that up somewhere?
AI
And what do you guys reckon? What is the most important skill to have in business?
Communication.
And flexibility. I think like being able to adjust on a moment's notice is pretty hard. It's hard to do for a lot of people, but it's probably something that we really need to be good at because you need to be able to adjust when things get thrown at you. It's like
I'd say common sense.
common sense.
What's common?
Initiative.
There's nothing
Common
common
sense.
about
Take
that.
Common
whoever-
sense,
yeah.
common sense is not common, but
It's in your shop.
yeah, what?
There's nothing common about. It's like I'm saying. We've seen you shop. What's
Actually,
common?
it is. Common sense is how he shops because he's getting me half price. He's bulked
I'm
up.
just saying. What is common? How long's a piece of string? Like you're saying, common sense.
That's not common.
Yeah. Well, it's. How can you put a common label on something?
I think you're right though. Like there's so many
See
problems.
how he
that
tries to weaselly.
Weaselly.
Piece of string is this long.
Yeah.
What do you want?
What do you
Is it
think,
really
Ben?
that long?
What do you think, Ben?
I'm going to bring a piece of string in next
I
time.
think being open to other ideas and not being closed off, being willing to learn and
Can we
grow
just get a clip on
continually.
that recording part? Sorry.
Play it
Make sure
back.
that make sure that lands in
that
there.
segment, yeah, for our own personal use.
Being open-minded.
No. It's well, they're referring to something. It's a quote that I really like called "A strong opinion loosely held," and it's be strong in your convictions, back yourself in, but don't close yourself to the point where you're not willing to listen to other ideas and actually learn from it, and then change that opinion if you need to.
Jeez, you should listen, Confucius.
That's a good one, actually.
It is a great point, but you don't preach that, man.
I was just gonna. I'm hearing him agree to it, and I was like, Dad, you're the complete opposite of
Do
it.
as I say, not as I do. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Look, I think you've got to be. I'd like to think that I'm always open to an idea, and I don't care where it comes from. It can come from anywhere. Like someone can be. Yeah, I don't want to put anyone down, but it can be from anyone. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be from top tier management.
you take stuff from a janitor or something.
Sometimes, so now you're putting down janitors.
You're putting down janitors.
Am I putting
Well, you
janitors
don't like
down?
No,
toilets?
you used to put them down.
You
No,
raise that up.
I can't
you're talking about
That's your brother.
That's your son. That's your son.
Just my words, bro.
Marie, what are you doing? How are you raising him?
I live at home. My wife raises me, actually. Yeah.
No. That's to me. You know, if you can, you know, because I like to get people's opinions, right? And I've got certain people that I will bounce things off. You know, Jack has certain people. He doesn't always use the people that I use. All right. But that's on a serious note. That's sometimes we will argue, and he'll say, "What do you want to involve him for?" Because I like the way his mind thinks. Right. You have some people that are just clear thinkers, like they follow a certain pattern. Where some are strategic, some are logical, and no two brains are the same, right? So I like to for certain things, I'll go to him and say, "What do you think about this?" Blah blah, and I say to him, "Break it, right? Like I'm going to come to you with something. Try and break it, because if you can break it, then we've got to try and put something forward that's unbreakable." You know, because I don't want to put it out, let it break, and then try and deal with the outcome of that. I want to try and fix it and break it before we put it out to the public.
I really like
get
that
that.
term, break it. I'm going to throw things at you. Break it.
We really do. Like that's.
Yeah, you're our
He's
breaker.
he's our pessimist. So whenever there's anything that we need to find a hole in, we give it to him, and then he's like, "Yeah, the problem's probably about here, here, and here. We need to ask
Here's
some
a
questions
7-page
about that."
document on why it's not going to work.
Yeah,
But it's good because you need people like that. You
Yes,
need people
100%.
like that.
But
Yeah.
we got other people that are like Ash is brilliant with people, Al's brilliant with people. I don't have that.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why we lock
No,
him in.
no matter what I do.
But you know
It's the first
what
time
your
out of the office in months.
Yeah.
you know your strengths. You know your strengths and your weaknesses. It's really hard for some people, because there are some people. I don't want you to talk to customers. Why? I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
You're actually
Dad.
Yeah, but you don't really. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're nice, but
Nah, we do have a few of those people. That's
you,
right.
you
It was
can't.
100% how Wayne and Ange, when they started the business, Wayne was always out the back, behind the doors, and then Ange was always the front of the shop, because if Wayne got out the front, he'd tell you what he thought of you, and then all of a sudden you went shopping there. Whereas Ange would, Wayne, go back around the back and you look at the numbers, and I'll make everyone feel nice and make sure they're welcome to come back again.
Yeah.
I think that's a great skill to have in business, is just the ability to see everyone's strengths and play them to their strengths.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a good leader.
Yeah, correct.
This is what's more so what I'm thankful for as a part of the group of people that we actually work with, because we have differing opinions. We will sit there and we'll fight like cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Literally, like have
Siblings.
we'll
really.
have rows.
Yeah.
And I've seen your podcast. You got slam doors, whatever goes on, right? We all crack it, but then next day he's like, so
That's right.
what's going on?
But yeah.
But you need that. It's
You don't want yes men. You don't want everyone to agree with you, because you will get nowhere.
Yeah.
oh my God.
You know, yes, we have different dynamics within the business, and, I'm trying to step back at the moment, and I think one of the hardest things for me is to say to the boys, look at people's strengths, not where you think that they should be, but look at their strengths and put them in the position where they will flourish because of their natural strength.
Mm.
Yeah, we had a little private discussion about those sorts of very things, because you're trying to step back because you're 52 now or whatever it is, and it's fine. The old man,
mid-60s. I know it doesn't look like it.
yeah, but
I'm
the
in
old
my
man's in
mid-60s.
his 70s now, early 70s, and he's stepped away.
We call him John Farnham.
Yeah, Johnny Farnham.
Oh, he keeps coming back, does he?
Yeah, he's had that many last times. He says, I'm done.
But
I'm
it
retired.
is hard. It is hard because, before we bought this site here, I was down to 3 days, and I was going to go to 1 day a week or 1 day, and then when we bought this, I sort of got
Been reinvigorated again.
Yeah, I was. But also when you take out a big loan,
Yeah, you want to make sure it's.
you want to make sure that you're on the right track to pay that loan off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well and truly, but I mean, at
So
some
we
point-
paid our home off like 4 times now, and then we had to mortgage it again when we bought this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things where you sort of sit there and go, well, the other side of that is if you've been extremely busy for your entire life, going from that to actually doing nothing, yeah, it's great for a few months.
Mm.
But what are you going to do after that?
There's only so many countries you can visit.
It's called golf.
I play a lot of golf.
That's 3 hours a day.
And that,
But no, I've sort of accepted that you'll never fully step back. You'll always sort of be lingering around, doing something, which I don't actually have an issue with.
I would be happy to step back.
Just less input's always good though. Sometimes.
Oh,
I would be happy to have less input if I didn't see
Issues.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be more than happy.
Growing
But when I
pains.
see that,
Growing pains. Growing
yeah,
pains.
but then don't grow so fast.
We haven't.
Then how are you having growing pains?
Got you there.
No, we have. I think
Not intentional though.
No. But
yeah, but
just,
so what you're saying is you want him to knock back work?
no.
Yeah, if work's coming.
No, but
Yeah.
we're
No, I said to Alex in the driveway back from Madrid, I said I think we need to just
consolidate.
not chase.
Just-
if it comes
just
to us,
consolidate.
still go through
Because
it.
I never
but-
chased
but
work.
not, yeah.
After about 10 years, 15 years, I stopped chasing work because it had just come. right? And that organic growth
Yeah.
is to me like the best type of growth because it's like, oh, you only putting on, we'll put on another one truck.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no problem. You don't feel that one truck, you know, one every 6 months or you just don't feel it.
Yeah.
But we put on like 30 in the last few
We
months.
doubled our fleet in 12 months.
You know, that's a lot.
Well, I try that fleet.
But it's like CSA being a big thing for you guys to.
No,
grow
for us,
again.
no, that's not where the growth. For us,
Yeah.
the growth is
No,
this
no,
site.
the growth,
right?
no.
Yeah.
This site.
It's hard to
for us.
manage.
Yeah.
but-
We went from one site to 2 sites, and that's been
Yeah.
challenging. Even though we're just next door, right?
Yeah.
It's been challenging because we're doing a lot more storage, a lot more pick and pack. So this side of the business is growing. We went from, about 1,800 pallets as our capacity to now 12,000 pallets as our capacity. So we've grown quite a bit there. And then we opened up a bit of interstate as well. And that's all happened in the last 12 months. So, and we're still keeping our main core business, which is, direct to store, right? And especially in regional areas. But those areas there have just seemed to chew up a lot of resources. And there's not great margins in one haul. We had to buy obviously a lot more assets through that as well. And that only started for us when we started those 2 divisions. They're more of just an add-on service. So it's like, okay, freight has to come to us because we're doing the last leg, right? So we might as well pick it up. Like if, one of our customers.
And what drove that? Because people couldn't get it to us on time and it was missing our trucks.
Yeah.
And then it'd make us look bad.
That's right. So you guys are like,
Causing
Cold
issues.
Cold
With our
Express,
core business.
they're not bringing so-and-so today, blah, blah. They've missed it. But really, we didn't get the stock in time, right? And so it doesn't go. We'll go to the next service day.
I remember getting caught out. I think it was 2019 or late 2019 or 2020 during COVID, and you and I had a conversation about this. Back then, it was Christmas. There was a newer supplier to us from an industry point of view. They all went, "Oh yeah, your people even actually rang and said, look, we're caught in Sydney traffic because someone was picking up in Sydney to get the freight back down to here to you guys to be able to freight it out to us.
Yeah.
We're caught in traffic. We're 20 minutes away. It's like, mate, we're closing the doors solid at 3:30. It's like, mate, we're not going to get another delivery for like 6 days, 7 days because of your Christmas shutdown.
Yeah.
Can you wait 20 minutes? Actually calling in advance.
Yeah.
And this is like 2 hours before they closed.
Yeah.
They did it. They just shut, and we got stuck with our main meat lines for 7 days.
Yeah. There you
And
go.
it was sitting on their dock in their own warehouse, and it was like, it was just things like that. It's like just if you can get more control of that, great. But
So we
things happen.
for me, I do not like relying on other people, on other companies. I just don't like it, you know. But the growth, yes, we have grown in the last, 12 months. But see, the storage part of, we would, it's fairly new to us. We were always doing a little bit of storage, here and there.
Yeah.
But now when you've got to add, when you add 10,000 pallets, it's...
Well, 7 years ago, our storage was a 40-foot container. That was our storage capacity. And then when we moved into here, there was just a bit of an ambient shed because where we are next door, that's Lactalis used to be their distribution center.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So we took over that, and then we built, I think, about 1,000 pallet freezer, and then we filled that in 6 months, and then we built another 1,000 pallet freezer, and then we filled that, and then, we then went down. We started looking around at some of the sites.
That tells me you're not charging enough.
That's right. That's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, look,
we like dealing with the
anything
smaller
that comes through now, I'm
customers.
blaming you.
But it's been, and then we got caught out.
Got the
because
whole tax on
we
it.
were full. And just, I think we've sort of,
And we got new people in roles, And
the team's expanded. So we went from like an operations team, used to be just me and one other guy. Now there's 4 or 5 guys in the operations team. As you grow, you have to put more people on. And we try, like for us, we try a lot of stuff. Like we tried the conveyor belt. That went through, worked all right. Then didn't work out in the end. Pulled that out, and now we're looking at something else. Like we're always just trying.
Yeah, I love automation, but we've got one manager in that's come out of more of a corporate background, and I heard my wife saying, "How'd we lose a pallet?" I said, "Whoa, what's this?" oh, there's a claim through, just put a claim through. So we don't just put a claim through. No, my God, my ears, there was steam coming out. And I said, no. Where was this? It was at 800, where we are now, our main storage site. I said, no. The system we put in, we cannot lose something. We cannot, it comes off truck. It is recorded, scanned into a location. We cannot lose it. It can't, so.
You can lose it if you don't scan it.
So, I rang up this guy that I go to and said, mate, follow it back from when it got off the truck. And he said, yep, it's got to be in this position here. So he rang up and they're saying, no, it's not there. He goes, go into that position and check. It was there. It was there. But yet,
Right, exactly where it was supposed to be.
I said, we're a family business. We can't just put claims in. We can't write stock off because our margins, like you guys, are so small.
Yeah.
If you lose a box of something, let alone a pallet, you've got no profit on that item for the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct.
Well and truly.
Yep.
And that's what
When I was in your shop,
people don't understand.
Yeah.
with I can't remember what product it was, but when you were like, oh, how much
The
do you
Coke
think?
question.
The Coke
I should ask John.
Yeah.
So we have Coke on special catalogue, half
Yep.
price, front
Yep.
page, 1.25 litre, which
Yep.
is for $2. How much money do you think we make on that? How much is our margin? Dollar value? Margin. So we're selling it for $2 to you.
You're selling it on the customer.
Yep.
You're paying $2 for 1.25.
Yeah. What do you think my dollar value margin is?
Oh. Well, I just thought that when you sell things, it's you mark it up by 30 or 33%, right? That's what because I heard that once that Coles and Woolies, everything, it's just a flat 33%, right? But Coke being Coke, because I've got a Coke story too, right? It would have to be a few cents, or you might even make a loss. I don't know. If it's in a catalogue, you might have to subsidise, so you might even make a loss.
He's very clever.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably not the right guy to ask.
Yeah.
You should ask Jack.
I've never
I said
actually had
dollar.
someone answer that correctly.
But he's
They're
run his
always
own store before.
What
Yeah,
means-
they always
so-
say $1, 3 cents. Yeah,
You
3
lose
cents.
3 cents?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's with the pallet example.
Wow.
If we drop a bottle of Coke,
Yeah.
we have to then sell. Like we can't lose anything off the next pallet to make up for that one bottle. that we're gonna lose.
That's not including wage costs or anything. I did a
Wow.
exercise the other month, and
It's just to get the stock.
Yeah.
this is just to get the stock. That's just purchase to sell. That's not including wages, overheads, all that sort of
Wow.
stuff.
What about the freight to get it to your door?
Yeah,
Which is $75 a pallet.
to hazard a guess, any independent supermarket these days, depending on what your cost of doing business is, anything under $3.50 sell, regardless of margin, you're losing money on that product on a product-to-product basis. Now, you look at it as a whole,
yeah.
but with labour costs and everything else involved, and this is purely just labour-driven.
So you just never run a $2 shop.
Yeah, basically these days, $2 shops don't exist.
Well, unless you're selling
About
illegal,
50
unless you're
shots.
selling illegal vapes.
Yeah.
There's a difference to it.
Selling
We're a
Nelsons.
$2 shop.
$2 Nelsons.
Ash, my Coke story,
Yeah.
when I had my shop, right, and I started, I knocked it down, and I'm thinking, I'm going through a lot of volume, which is realistically nothing, but from what I was,
Yeah.
and because I was buying like 10 boxes at a time, like, you do a deal.
You're killing it.
Yeah, I was killing it. I'm trending.
Yeah. What's your
Like-
TikTok saying now?
Like, you buy 10, you get 3 for free type of thing,
Yeah.
I was doing these, I was wheeling and dealing,
Wheeling and
right?
dealing.
Anyway, Coke, I remember, and like you're going 25 years, maybe 30 years now. Yeah, but 30 years ago, I was paying $1.78 for a 1.25 litre Coke.
Jesus.
Right? $1.78. And I remember, because I thought you go straight to Coke, you get the best price, right? Anyway, so then the catalogues coming out for Woolies, and they're selling it at 99 cents, right? So I ring up Coke and I said, how can they sell it cheaper than what I'm buying it? Oh, they're subsidising the thing. I'm thinking, no, something doesn't make sense, all right? So I started shopping around, and because I said to him, just tell me, how many do I have to buy? I'm thinking, I've got a storeroom out the back. How many do I have to buy to get it under $1? And they started saying, well, you got to buy, your starting point is container loads. I'm thinking, my mind went, I can't fit a container in here. Where am I going to put
Container of
this
Coke.
thing? So, you know, and then they said, if you go through a distributor, you could probably get it cheaper, right? Which, yes, I then went through a distributor who had other products coming to me, and, you know, but it was still like $1.50. So every time there was a catalogue special, you know what I did?
Get a Coles.
I just went to Woolies, filled up my trolley, and brought it back to my shop.
Yeah, correct.
And
It's just unreal, isn't it?
just put it on the thing.
It's just unbelievable that you have to go to that to go
And
to
I
the
hope-
opposition to get the best price so you can sell it yourself.
And I'd hope that I didn't see a customer in there.
Yeah.
Right? One of my customers, because, you know.
Why are you here? Because
I'm just a farmer.
Because I was
I'm fine because I'm only putting margin on that.
Because I was selling it for $2.48 because I was
Yeah.
paying $1.78, I think.
Yeah.
And I was putting like 50 cents on a bottle.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, well, I'll keep my price, but if I can buy better,
Yeah.
well,
Increase your margin.
yeah.
And it depends on who you're going through and what you do and all that sort of fun stuff. I got a similar story where I met a rep for a reputable company that doesn't exist anymore. A reputable company at a party. And it's like, oh yeah, he goes, what do you do? Oh, I've got a milk bar. Oh, okay. Look, give me a call. We'll do this deal. And it was something that we sell heaps of. And it's like, all right, sweet. Rang him up. He was able to get me at 30% below what the cheapest promotional price I'd had in 3 years cost. Just for going, just for meeting him. And he goes, I'll give you that every day of the week. That's what we do. I'm like, are you serious? And this is going through our main wholesaler.
Yeah.
What was
Separate
the
to that.
product?
It was Schweppes.
You're right.
Wow.
And there's all tie-ups through
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed to sell direct to us. That's all tied up by Metcash.
Yeah.
So they've got, and well, this is what they're telling me.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay. He goes, well, how much do you want? I put in an order for 10 pallets. He goes, what? Oh, yeah, here's my address. Yeah, no worries. He got all chuffed with himself and all that sort of stuff. Because it was like 45 cents cheaper per bottle,
And that
Wow.
on
That's huge,
scale,
yeah.
that is huge.
Yeah.
right? All of a sudden, he calls me up 2 days later because I've asked him for the bank account details so I can start and get me the details. I'll set up a trading account with you guys and do all that sort of stuff. He goes, I can't sell it to you. Why? He goes, you're an IGA. And I went, yeah, and you and I have got an agreement. No, we're not allowed to. We have to funnel it through.
See, that is just disgusting.
And this is 12 years ago, but we're talking 12 years ago pricing as well. So that's what I'm saying. Schweppes doesn't exist anymore in terms of a company. They've all got on sold to Asahi. But yeah, it's that sort of. My biggest thing and biggest struggle we probably see in the independent sector is the amount of middlemen through the middle taking their cut on the way through.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's driving up all the
And
prices.
CDS.
And what?
Well,
CDS, the container deposit scheme, the 10-cent refund on all your cans.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you
So
know
you
the
get
ones
cans.
that.
If I put this in the machine, it gives you 10 cents back at the.
Yeah.
Wait, you
But
chuck
you've
all your
actually
cans
paid
out?
10
Wait,
cents.
Chuck 'em out.
You
for
I put
that.
them on in there. That's how rough I'm
So
doing.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, no worries.
Incorporated into your cost of purchase is now a tax that goes to the Victorian government for every.
So that they can
produced.
pay you to recycle your cans. And like when that come in, the price like.
Oh,
went
you're
up.
getting taxed now on.
No. Well, it got
Well,
built into the price.
the
Oh.
cost
Ah.
went. The cost
Goes
of
through
the
the
goods
wholesale
went up, and then the sale cost has gone up because the
So for a 24 pack, it went up $2.40. So
Yeah.
it's factored into price now. So people are going, I'm making like all my 10 cents back, or my wheelie bin cost, I got this much back, but you've actually paid that in that as well.
Yeah, you've already paid for it.
Well,
Yeah.
it was only 3 years ago.
You're only recouping the money that you've already.
It was only, 2 or 3 years ago, you were still getting 20 or 30 packs of this for like 25 bucks on special. That no longer exists.
Fun times.
Remember when Schweppes used to be on for like $15? 24 packs.
I've just
a
made him
world.
angry because I've just upset his Pepsi Max.
Well, we only have these at work per litre. It doesn't work out very good. So,
No, it's dearer than petrol.
well, is it now still?
No, not really.
I've got to work that out now.
Yeah,
It probably
now
will be
now
once
we gotta
all
work it
the,
out.
the fees, the freight fees follow through to it. But yeah.
All right, I think we'll wrap it up.
You're doing
Thank you
intro.
guys.
Oh, hang on.
Thank
Intro.
you.
I
Thank you.
haven't-
That's
okay.
all right. Relax.
I've got to
Thank you
work
guys for joining us today.
No,
We
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having
Alex,
us.
thank you for coming. Thanks for watching. Great episode. And make sure you stay tuned, follow us on the socials, and we will see you next time.